Hey everybody, Eric. This is me. We're gonna make another cocktail tonight in our little series. This one you may have heard of. It's a classic. It's the Manhattan. I'm gonna show you how I make a Manhattan tonight. So let's just look at our lineup of ingredients. So what do you need in Manhattan? You need bourbon. You need some type of whiskey. I'm gonna use Colonel Taylor Bottled and Bond. Bourbon, so bottled and bond, it's going to be 100 proof, so slightly higher alcohol content. That's going to help us inside of the cocktail. That's going to hold up really nicely. For my sweet vermouth, I'm using Carpana Antica formula. This is known as the king of vermouth. We have a bottle of Angostura bitters that we got from Meredith's grandmother. Honestly, I do not know how old these are and when the last time was that they were used, but we're going for it tonight. And then we have our Luxardo cherries, are allegedly the original, by the way, and it says right on the bottle, ideal for cocktails, so we're in the right spot there. So I'm going to start. I always like to start with just like a little bit of sugar in our little mason jar mixing device. A little bit of granulated sugar there. I'm going to add to that the Angostura bitters. I don't know, I'm making two of these, by the way, two Manhattans, so I'm going to add maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 dashes of the bitters. We'll see how that goes. Then I'm going to take our Colonel Taylor Bottled and Bond bourbon. I'm going to put in 4 ounces of this. All right, so we're doing 4 ounces of bourbon to make 2 drinks here. All right, so I'm pouring it. There we go, 4 ounces of bourbon. Then we're going to switch over to our sweet vermouth. I like equal parts whiskey and vermouth in my Manhattan, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do 4 ounces of the Carpana Antica sweet vermouth. There we go, mixing that all in. Of course, we're going to take our little stirry thing, and we're going to stir that up. And again, the reason why we stir it up is because this is what we see people, the bartenders do in the fancy pants bars. So we stir it. All right, we're done stirring it. I am going to actually then take the cherries, and I'm going to add in just like this tiny stir. I don't even know what this is. Like this is like a quarter of a teaspoon. I don't even know. I'm just going to take like a couple of those guys, just to get some of that cherry juice in there. And I'm going to stir that back up and in. We're looking good. I got our glasses here. This is hopefully the part you know how to do. There we go, number 1. Number 2. And then I am going to take these cherries, and I'm going to put 2. You know what? We're going to put 2 cherries in each of these Manhattans because these cherries are delicious, and because we can do whatever we want to do, because Bob Ross told us we could. There we go. 2 cherries. And there you have your Manhattans.